Hello, hello, I'm the official name raider. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today we're looking at the drowsy and hypno clone, Munna and Musharna. They're conceptually the same Pokemon. Okay, so this has fuck all to do with anything, but literally the first thing that came into my mind from reading the words describe a dreamlike state, REM, R-E-M. And then I thought, well, that can work as both a REM sleep and also a reference to the band REM. So, although this has nothing to do with what's actually said, that was the first thing that came to mind as a nickname suggestion. If you like the band REM, it plays off that joke pretty well, I think. We'll talk about this one because I don't have super high expectations that we're going to find too much. But Piggy Bank, although a strange nickname, it's at least worth talking about just for the sheer oddity of it. DreamWorks I like. I think we all know DreamWorks is the film studio, so it kind of works, and it plays off the nature, the description of what Munna and Musharna are meant to be, so yeah, I'm all for it. We have seen Sandman before in the past. That was the one that I personally used for Hypno, based off of Prince Boo. And I know we've seen it for other Pokemon too, I just don't quite remember what. If I had to guess, probably some ground types that involve sand to some degree. And then Nimbus and Cirrus being clouds, because it's got the little, poofy thing. Which, by the way, I think would probably look much better if they modeled it differently and didn't have it as its own little model, maybe add some effect to it in the games. That'd look cool. Just an idea. Sleepyhead I don't mind. Reminder, I have basically no knowledge of the manga at all, so this having its own page, hey, that tells you something. So here's a canon nickname, if that at all appeals to you. It's even got its own Bulbapedia page. I don't have a problem with Anesthesia, but I also don't think it's it wouldn't be my first choice or even my choice at all, but hey, it's different. We'll talk about it just to say we did. Okay, we've reached the bottom. We saw a decent selection, but if I'm honest, I'm fatigued from this one because this was like maybe 10 pages of just very nothing bad nicknames, and I think I had read maybe 80% of it, and I was like, okay, this isn't going anywhere. We need to stop. I have somewhere I'm trying to be like right now. So ending off with the spreadsheet. As Real Dreamer. I'm gonna pass on that one just because, yes, it says Dreamer, but that's... Firstly, I've seen Asriel many times before. I'm pretty sure it's... I don't even fucking remember. It's some sort of mythology thing, I think. And the reason it's Asriel Dreamer is because it's an anagram for serial murderer. But out of the ones that we saw, I like DreamWorks, I like Sleepyhead. I thought of REM like within the first few minutes of the episode, and I did that all by myself. Would I use it? I mean, I'll be honest and say I don't know, maybe, but at the same time, I'm not in love with it. I'm not a huge REM fan, but I like the double joke. Anyways, comment suggestions. We're back to more nights. I feel like there was some other... I think it was Cresselia he also suggested for nights. So if you wanted that, there's a different option for you. NyQuil, we could do that. I don't know. I feel like we probably have seen NyQuil before as well. I definitely remember other medication-based nicknames, so it wouldn't surprise me if we have. And then canon nickname Moo. Hold on a sec. Musha and Moo. Well, that's two canon nicknames apparently. Why are they not in the same comment? Why did I edit it like that? What's wrong with me? Well, whatever. What's done is done. Those are the ones that have been selected. Honestly, I think Musharna came out a little bit better than I expected. There was at least something to talk about. It was certainly better than Panpour, that's for sure. Semi-poor, whatever. And I think conceptually the idea of... I like the idea of Munna purely as this reference to some NPC from Red, Blue, and Yellow. Like, I think that's cool. But at the same time, I also don't like that it's basically kind of the same thing as Hypno Drowsy. And I also find it interesting because if you look at some of the way Pokemon are made today versus back in the day, something like Nidoqueen wouldn't even exist. It's kind of crazy to think about how much Pokemon has evolved over history. So we might not have even had Hypno or Drowsy back in the day. We might have just ended up with Munna and Musharna. Who knows? Just different interpretations. But that's that. So tell us your ideas in the comments below, what you've used, what you like, what you think could work. Give a thumbs up to the ones that you think are good. Help a brother out. Don't always think about yourself. This is a group activity. These are your friends and family. I always feel like there's a third thing I'm supposed to say. Suggestions, likes. Yeah, go walk your dog.